Hello and welcome back. This is the, I believe, 15th episode now. And last we checked out... Oh, I think I hear a phone ringing in game. Neat. The last thing that we saw in last episode, the doctor was taking the arm off of a gentleman who we had a random encounter with. And so we rushed him here, and that's where we are. So let's go ahead. I think I had said I'd wanted to go to see Javier, and I think that's where this waypoint's set. So let's just make sure that is the case. It is. And let's get on out of here. Right now we are in the city. And this is probably one of the more advanced and forward progressive cities in the game, I'd imagine. As you can see, we get cable car tracks, electricity. You could hear that phone ringing. Let's head back into the wilderness a little bit here. Be careful. A lot of people on the streets here, so you can run into people really fast. That's stop signs and at some point I need to go back to the camp. I haven't done a whole lot there in terms of contributing or some of the other things. But as we start to move outside of the city, you can hear some of the city sounds starting to diminish. And you'll start to see the Old West start to creep back in. Should get an actual path here in a minute or two. There we go. And because of the random encounters, I'm not going to throw up the cinematic camera at the moment. I'm going to let this go and see if we get random encounter, anything interesting. That's kind of what's deviated us from our progression the last couple episodes, those random encounters. Like the guy that just knocked me out and stole money.
Hey, mister, that's one nice looking horse you got there. How about we see how fast it is? First one to Catfish Jackson's.
I'm actually going to pass on this.
Alright, suit yourself.
Sometimes you'll run into a random encounter, which is somebody challenging you to a race. And for the moment, I really just want to get out to Javier and do, because if we look here, we'll just throw up the map for a second. As you can see, it looks like we've done most, like all of the random encounters. So now we're these yellow dots, which are of course full-fledged story missions. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the gunshot you heard... Oh, no. I'm not going to shoot this guy.
What's all this? I wouldn't hang out by me. Fraser on the hunt.
Apparently there's some sort of feud or something. I don't know. Alright, we're in a town called Rhodes. And that was crazy. They just started randomly shooting at that guy. As you can see, Rhodes does have some electric poles. Looks a little more advanced than what we saw in Valentine, certainly. Although we haven't spent a whole lot of time there, we've just been doing missions, little side missions. And I think that's the other reason I want to go to Javier. I want to get into the story a little bit. We haven't really touched on that. And as I mentioned in some of the early videos, I may, in some more intriguing spots, I might fast forward so you don't get too many spoilers. Haven't really decided yet. Also kind of want you to get my genuine reaction on things too. So it just depends. Alright. I am going to go ahead and initiate the cinematic camera. And we'll speed on forward to Javier here.
You! Stay right there and don't move! You gotta book. You're done.
Oh, shit! Oh my god. Oh god, I'm still in cinematic camera. Okay, so that's the one danger of going into cinematic camera. If you get distracted, I grabbed a drink for a second, and as you can see, I was getting ambushed. You gotta pay attention when that cinematic camera is on.
This ain't.
I think I got it. Oh, did he get up? Oh, shit. Alright, I'm not exactly sure why those guys were ambushing me, but as you could see, that was a hot mess right there. Alright, so that was that was rough. Let's take a quick look here. Fortunately, my horse did not die. And these guys dropped a little bit of loot. And I think this guy actually bled out over here. Yeah, the guy I shot in the back actually ended up bleeding out. And I don't know how well my horse is doing, so we'll check him in just a second. Or her. Oh man, that was, yeah.
You're a good boy.
All right, so that is a perfect illustration of why, if you use the cinematic camera, make sure that even if you put your controller down, that you keep an eye on the screen. Because I went to grab a drink, and now, yeah, that got a little crazy. Yeah, I thought about deer hunting there, but I've changed my mind. Forget it. Let's get moving here. Back to Javier. I'm not going to go back into cinematic camera right yet. Alright, and here we are. We got a random encounter.
Oh, Christ! Please help me! Hey, what's with the hop? I got bit.
He got bitten by a snake.
I need medicine.
So I can either suck out the venom or give him health care, which fortunately I have plenty of health care. So we'll go ahead and give him that.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, you saved my life. I owe you.
Got that right.
I do. Now, I gotta get out of here.
My horse did not care for that last interaction with the gangs. So took off pretty big time when the next random event occurred. But again, it was a long run to Javier, so let's get back on it. And a white dot has appeared on the screen, which is again indicative of a stranger, and it looks like they may be up at the top of this this little, I guess we'd call it a mountain up here somewhere. I don't know. Let's go on up here and see where this random encounter might lead us.
Yep.
I see some light coming from over there. Looks like it might be a camp or something. So let's see who. Maybe. Yep, it looks like this is whoever that is.
Just don't understand this at all. Hey, over here.
What's the problem?
Problem? No, there's no problem. Quite the contrary. Well, there is a problem. For me, but not for you.
All right. I ain't got time for
No, wait! Give me a minute of your life. I might just change it forever. I'm sure you will have heard of me. Maximo Cristobal Valdespino, the renowned explorer.
this. Can't say I have.
There has been much written about me. I once had high tea with the Viceroy of India. I helped liberate South America. I've climbed mountains and swum across seas. I have had many women. I've spent the last 3 months hunting treasure on the American frontier. Beautiful country. Reminds me a lot of Almeria. But tomorrow I set sail for the island of Shikoku in the Japanese archipelago in search of the legendary Tokushima sapphire.
Well, good for you.
No, hold on. You see this map here? It was made by the Jackhole gang. They rob banks all the way from here to California.
Yeah, I know who the Jack Hall gang are.
Oh, them you have heard of, but me? Huh. Well, rumor has it they buried gold somewhere in this area, but were killed before they could retrieve it. They created 2 maps to ensure it was well hidden. This is the first and should lead you to the second. You just need to follow the landmarks drawn here.
Me?
Yes! Unfortunately, I am out of time now, but I am prepared to sell it to you for the low price of $10. A trifling investment for a man such as you, given the potential returns.
What the hell? Why not?
A very wise investment.
So as you can see here,
Best of luck.
old gang that used to rob banks, the Jack Hall gang, has this map. And we'll take a look at that. And we'll probably explore that a little bit later. But again, want to move on to Javier here. And as you can see, it switched over to Wanted Dead or Alive because we're in to the Blackwater area. I am going to actually stop right here and initiate a camp. Get some rest. Eat some food. Because I haven't eaten in a while. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but again, when you get more equipment and things like that, that little button where you can enhance it allows you to cook it quicker. Go ahead and do that here real quick and eat a few pieces of pork. Let's go ahead and have one more. And then we'll stow the last one. We are going to go ahead and sleep until the morning. I'm not going to set up a tent this time. Just going to sleep in a sleeping bag by the fire. Alright, so Javier should be just over this rise here. Let's just take a look at the map. Yep, he is just on the other side of that ridge. So I am actually going to stop right here at this ridge at the lakeside. And we will pick up from right here next time. So as always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.